Hey everybody, it's Mike, aka That Reseller Guy. It is Monday morning and we're into May now. It's May 2nd, so we gotta get this new month going good, but this weekend of sales was just okay. We finished off last month, March, what is it? April. It's May. April, then May. That's how it works. But April was a really strong month, so hopefully we can carry that through into May. This weekend was alright with sales, so we're gonna go over those, what sold on eBay. Gonna show you a little pickup I had, maybe a couple of little things, and then talk about some stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with reselling. So let's get going. So yeah, sales were okay this weekend, not the greatest. Dollar amount was all right, $727 and some change. That's shipping and tax and everything all included in that total. Only 15 sales though, so my average sale price was pretty good, just not quite the dollar amount I like to hit. My goal always is $1,000 at least for the weekend. Doesn't always happen, but that is the goal. So we're gonna go over what sold. I'm gonna hit these couple games that sold first, or games and models, because that was part of my big buy. Still been tracking all of that. I'm into the profit now on that, especially after one of these sales. So first we're gonna go up with one of these little ones, just another one of these little model kits. I listed 59 different models from that purchase, and I've sold about 35 of them now. So really good sell-through rate. This is a little cheapy one. This little Hawker Typhoon. I believe this sold for $24.99 plus shipping. The next one was a great sale. My biggest sale of the weekend. It is this game here. It's a box game, kind of like a bookshelf style edition by Guidon, Guidon. I pronounce it Guidon. Maybe it's Guidon. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Alexander the Great. And what's unique about this is a game made by Gary Gygax. Gary Gygax was very instrumental in the Dungeons and Dragons, and when that all came out, this game I gotta remember what the exact date is on this one. This came out in 1971. So yeah, one of his very early games. I do have one other game by Gary Gygax and some other people too. That one's listed even higher than this one. But this game, really, really good. There was only a few available out there, and only a few of them had sold. And again, like some of these other ones, when you're getting the really big money, it's because it's unpunched like this. The pieces, dropping stuff, the pieces are unpunched. Very important for collectors. If they can get these unpunched, they know it's complete, it's not missing anything. So yeah, you're going to get the big money this way. So just a couple things to note. When I ship this out, I'm going to put some bubble wrap inside so these pieces can't move around too much. I will then put the lid back on. Yeah, that makes sense. And then I will bubble wrap this again, and then put that into a box for shipping. Now, this is going international. I don't remember exactly where it is going offhand. Let me take a look. This is actually going up to Canada, but I accidentally left international shipping off, so it is going through the global shipping program. Now, when I was looking at comps out there for this game, everything that I saw, none of these games had sold over $200, even using Terapeak to research it. So I went ahead and listed mine at $199.99, and it sold within an hour. So obviously, someone was waiting to find one of these unpunched. Happy to get $200 for it. But when an item sells that quickly, you always think that you might have underpriced a little bit. But either way, I'm really happy that I got $200 for this game. Alexander the Great. Just remember this name. Guidon or Guidon Games and Gary Gygax. Gygax is how he spells his name. If you find any early stuff from him, definitely something to pick up. All right, now we're just going to roll down my screen here of the other sales. There are some sports cards in here. We're just going to mix it in. I'm going to go off the order that I got here. First up, we just have this replacement little chessboard. You'll see it in the pop-up. It's all folded up here. This is a Pirates of the Caribbean chess set replacement board. I bought a game that was missing a couple of the pieces, so I figured I'd still go ahead and sell the game board. Got $10 plus shipping for that. This next one, this is, I guess, the next best sale of the weekend. Again, a kind of a unique item here. This was a Goodwill find, and I think I paid like $7 or $8 for it. It is a hockey jersey, and the only reason I bought this is because I looked up the SJHL, which is like the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League, if I remember correctly. So this is a Canadian team hockey jersey. Nothing on the back, just blank. But the same store had two of them. I found them 1 week apart from each other. It was kind of weird. Like they must have put one out. Few days later, put another one out. So I was able to get two of these, and there was none out there on eBay. It's not like a stitched jersey. It's just like a printed on logo, no name, no number, any of that. So I just had to kind of pick a price that I thought was right for kind of a unique item that might take a little while to sell. And this one did. It took a couple months for it to sell, but I ended up getting $79.99 plus shipping up to Canada. And again, I made a mistake on this listing, and I unfortunately need to check some more of my listings. I didn't have at least shipping up to Canada available. So this is also going through the global shipping program, which unfortunately costs the buyer a little bit more. So I need to be a little more diligent in the future, make sure that I'm adding international where applicable, especially Canada for a lot of these items. It's not too expensive to ship up to Canada. So shipping this jersey to Canada might cost $12 to $15, and that's what I should have done. So note to you, note to me, make sure to add international shipping, especially to Canada. And what's kind of strange about that is I usually do put international shipping and Canadian shipping in my listings, but eBay's really weird sometimes. It doesn't save some of those settings every single time. I don't know why, but sometimes I'll go in there and it has Canadian shipping. Other times it doesn't have it in there. Sometimes it takes in and out the international shipping options that I set up in my listings. So if I'm listing quickly and not making sure that I'm checking every single setting, that can happen. All right, this next one, thrift store find, but not from Goodwill. This is from one of my little local ones that I love to go to. They just rolled a card out with a bunch of new inventory, and this was one of the items in here. Really cool international. It's not John Deere, but we got international harvester die cast made by Ertl. So great brand when you're looking for these die casts. And really great shape. It was a little dusty, a little dirty. I had to clean it off a little bit. The only thing I want to say wrong with it is there was a little bit of toning on this white top part. So it's a little bit yellowed, not too bad. Looking at comps, a lot of them were a lot worse than what I had. But looking at the price range of what they were selling for, about $40 seemed to be the price range to put it at. Only took about a week to sell. So yeah, I got $39.99 plus shipping on this really cool die cast harvester. I'm not going to call it a tractor. I call everything a tractor if it's any sort of equipment. But I guess this is an international harvester. Next item, another little thrift shop find. Now, these items, they had a couple different packages of these. These are little hockey player figures, and they actually had them in like their good item, we'll say good item display case. They had them marked at $10 a piece. That was too high, so I didn't buy them. Went back like a week later. They had taken them out of the showcase, just put them out on the shelf at $3 a piece. Much better price to buy them at. So yeah, these are just little figures. There's a full team, so you got 5 players and the goalie. This is the Toronto Maple Leafs, made by Stiga. However, again, I'm not pronouncing these companies well today. Anyway, this little set here, there was quite a few Maple Leaf teams available, quite a few sold, so I just kind of picked the price range that they were selling at, and it was $12.99 plus shipping. So not a huge profit, probably net like $7-8 after all said and done. All right, I like this next little action figure. I had no idea who he was. Luckily, Google Lens is out there to save me when I don't know who characters are. This is from, I gotta look at the screen because I'll say it wrong if I don't look at the screen. Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, and this is the deluxe 9-inch servo figure. I think that's all correct. Made in 1994 by Playmates. Made a lot of different action figures, and you'll see him in the pop-up better. He's got this really big sword. Luckily, these detach, so it'll be easier to ship this. But this action figure I picked up for just a couple dollars at the same thrift store I got those hockey players at. This did take a while to sell, though. This was probably in my store 4 to 6 months, somewhere in that range, and it sold for $29.99 plus shipping. So definitely worth the investment. $30 on this superhero cyber squad something or other guy. All right, we're moving down here to some of the sports card stuff. And the next, these were my favorite. This was a big lot of cards that I picked up from one of my local contacts. Had a lot of oddball type sports collectibles, non-sport collectibles. These here are Hostess baseball cards from the 1970s. This is what it looked like. I'll try to put a little pop-up on the screen of what the box looked like that you would get these on. You would get them in Twinkies and Ho-Hos and whatever sort of Hostess things way back in the day. You would get 3 uncut cards on the bottom of the box. You would then cut those cards out and you would get these. So this is a huge lot. I think there's like 60 some, and I actually added a few more in there. So there's probably actually over 70, giving a little bonus to the buyer. But you can see there's quite a few in here, and there are some decent names in here. Let me see if I can find a couple for you real quick. We got Robin Yount. We got George Foster. Let me find one more. Why not? We got, oh, there we go. Perfect. Johnny Bench. Who's behind? Oh, yeah, we got some great names. We're going to go with these. Reggie Jackson, George Brett. So you got some really good names in here. These cards individually don't sell for a lot. $5, $10 for the majority of them. Maybe if you had one that was good and you got it graded, obviously you can get more money that way. But really cool lot. Definitely took me back to my youth when I would go back to the grocery store with my mom or my dad, and all I would want is to get that box so I could get the baseball cards on it. I didn't care what was inside. I wanted that stuff only for the cards. I didn't care if I even ate the Twinkies or whatever they came in. Anyway, long story. This lot sold for $39.99 plus shipping. So yeah, really cool lot. I do have one more lot of these. I had a bunch from, I think, 1976. So I did enough to do its own lot. So really cool lot of $40 for these Hostess cards. Had a great time going through them and checking them out. And again, just kind of take me back to when I was like 5 to 7 years old. Next items, these actually sold to different buyers, but we're going to talk about them at the same time. First up, these are both traded sets from Topps Baseball. What they would do at the end of the year is they make a small little traded set like this, update all the rookies and players that got traded during the season, put them in their new uniforms. They don't do it quite the same these days. It's a little bit different, but I used to love these little box sets. Again, another item that bring back some great memories. I didn't have a lot of these when I was younger. This is 1981 Topps Baseball. Main players in this one, Fernando Valenzuela, Tim Raines, and I also had Danny Ainge baseball card in here. He went on to play with the Boston Celtics, but yeah, he played baseball for a couple years. Cool little traded set. I had picked up a bunch of these that were missing 2 or 3 cards, and they were mainly missing the key cards, so I had to pick those up, complete them, and that's what I did on this one. This sold for $39.99 plus shipping. This other one is the 1984 set. Really only one big card to note in here, and that's Dwight Gooden's rookie card. That one's selling for like $30 to $40 just on its own. Other than that, you have a Pete Rose card when he played with the Expos, a couple other minor rookies, but mainly Dwight Gooden is the big one in here. This set sold for $49.99 plus shipping. So got $50 and $40, a couple nice little traded sets going out today. This next item, do you ever have one of those items that's in your store and it's been there forever? You don't care about it. You really should almost just get rid of it because it hasn't sold, probably won't sell, but yet someone finally makes you an offer on it for anything and you're happy to sell it. That's what this item is for me. So this is an autographed puck for the Chicago Blackhawks. Brandon Pirri, P-I-R-R-I is how he spells his name. It is actually authenticated through PSA, so it has the certification for it. Just not a well-collected player. Actually, I would have rather just had a blank puck. I could have sold that quicker. Anyway, I had this in my store for like $20 free shipping. I sent out an offer for, I think, 15 free shipping. They countered back and said, how about 12? I'm like, really? But at this point, I don't care. I just wanted this puck gone. He could have offered me $8. I probably still would have sold it. But either way, I got, I think, $11.99. No shipping. $11.99 shipped on this puck. Just happy to have it gone. It's been in my store forever. And next up, we're talking license plates. Plymouth license plate, but not 1, not 2, but 3, not to the same buyer. We have one buyer buying 1 license plate. He paid full price. I believe it was $15.99 plus shipping. And then another person bought my last 2 of the Plymouth. So I am now all out of Plymouth license plates. He got a little bit of a discount. I was offering a quantity discount on any of the license plates. So it'll show on the screen. It ended up being like $13 and change per license plate. So I think it was still about $30 sale for the 2 of them. So no more Plymouth license plates. All right, just a couple more sale items to go. Then we'll start talking about some of the other stuff. Just more card things here. Actually, before we do this one, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Sold another set, $10 plus shipping. I think there's 2 sets left. And I might have 1 or 2 more sets that are missing a card that were damaged that I'll probably replace at some point. So I can still sell the sets. But I'm almost done selling Ninja Turtle sets. I'm not going to say it. I should have bought one. Okay, I did say it. Last item, Pedro Martinez, Hall of Famer rookie card. Most known for his years with the Boston Red Sox, but he was actually a rookie with the Los Angeles Dodgers. This is his 1991 Upper Deck rookie card, PSA 9. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of these graded as a PSA 9. Doesn't hold a lot of value, unfortunately. $12.99 plus shipping. So overall, I'm not going to complain. 15 orders, $700 plus. Again, I didn't hit my weekend goal, but still not a bad dollar amount for 3 days. All right, now I'm going to show you one of the cool items that I picked up over the weekend. We did do a little bit of thrifting, not too much, but this one here, because first off, it's Arizona Diamondbacks right here. They're playing okay. I expected the Diamondbacks to be one of the worst teams in baseball. And right now, that's, I think, the Cincinnati Reds. So the Diamondbacks, they've been playing about 500 baseball recently, which is about, it seems like they win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game. And they just split a series with the St. Louis Cardinals. So I'll consider that a win. Anyway, this is a really cool like bar sign, Coors Light, Diamondbacks here. Now, I did pay $8 for this sign at the thrift store. It was actually $10. I had a 20% off coupon, so I went ahead and used it. This is the type of item that I'll probably put for $25 in my collectibles booth. Being the Diamondbacks out here, Coors Light, both very popular. Now, out at my booth, they do have discount days where a special weekend, like probably with Mother's Day coming up, that'll be their next discount weekend. They'll run like a store-wide 15% off. It's pretty typical, and that's when a lot of these type items sell. So that's why if I want 20 bucks for it, I'm probably going to price it at 25, knowing that it could sell on one of those sales days. But yeah, really cool item here. Quick item of note, I got all my receipts for Goodwill here. Look how small that little stack is. We're going to be doing that contest on Thursday. We're not doing it today yet. Just want to give you a little preemptive warning that on Thursday, when I put up my video, we'll be doing my monthly giveaway contest for how much did Mike spend at Goodwill last month. But now, what am I talking about as far as nothing to do with reselling? Well, this weekend there is a big convention out here in Arizona called Zapcon. I've been to it through most of the years, and we haven't had it for the last couple of years because of obvious reasons, and it was finally back this year. So happy to get out there. The only bad part was most of my friends were out of town or out of state or live out of state now, so I had to go with my daughter and her two friends. Yeah, Zapcon is a huge video game and pinball mega convention. There were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of video games out there. I'll show one picture. It's not going to do it justice. This room was massive. They also had a separate room set up where they had like a Nintendo set up. They had like a PlayStation. They had an Atari and a television. They had all these old ones. They had a bunch of tabletop Pac-Mans. Really cool convention out here. So big shout out to all the people out at Zapcon. They always put on a great time out there. It was packed. Don't get me wrong. Wall-to-wall people. If you wanted to play a certain game, you might have to wait or walk around and wait for it to open up. But there were some really cool ones here, and I'm going to show a few little pictures here. First up, one game that I always really disliked. I'm not going to use the word hate, but dislike is this one here. This is Cubert. I hated Cubert. Never was good at Cubert. Never could figure out how to do good at it, but probably put way too much money in the game trying to figure it out through the years. I refused to even play the game there just because I knew I'm not very good at it. Now on the flip side, this next one here is Robotron. And Robotron, I am pretty good at Robotron. Not the best. My friend Jeff usually beats me when we play. My goal is usually to get to 1 million each time I play. I had a really good game going, then had one wave where I did terribly. I think my total ended up being 700,000 or 800,000, but still was the high score for the day. All right, now I'm just going to throw up some other random screenshots of some other games that I like. Some pretty random stuff here. I'm not going to show just the regular asteroids and stuff, but there was like Missile Command. I was never good at Missile Command, but I always enjoyed playing it. Just never could get more than 4 or 5 stages into the game. There were several games missing that I would have liked, but yeah, these other ones here I enjoyed playing. I pretty much went around, played almost every game they had at least once, just to kind of get a little taste of it again. Had a really good time. It was $25 flat admission. All the games were free once you got inside. So again, thanks to Zapcon, and I hope my daughter and friends had their first fun experience at Zapcon, and hopefully they'll go back again and enjoy real video games rather than all these Switch and other games. All right, I think that is going to wrap it up for today. Again, it's the first business day of May. Got to get going on these orders. What's really nice, you saw that little pile that was over here. Very small items. Should ship out nice, quick, and easy today. And then I can get on to getting some listings done too. So, all right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, do all those things. I always appreciate those. And let me know down in the comments, what was your favorite arcade game back in the day? Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you next time.